last 3 minutes, the jailbreakers have broken from jail. Give them a very big round of applause, please.
It's Saturday, and for some it's more of a special day than for others.
Chris?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Hold your balloons.
Don't be rude.
Pardon? Morning.
All the usual early morning chores have to be seen to. But there's no time to hang around today. It's the big day at the treffen. And it starts with the Alton Towers trip. And that's where we leave Alton Towers. The goldwings waiting in the car park seem to be looking after themselves quite nicely. So we return to the showground and take the opportunity to talk to some of the goldwingers left behind.
Mika, I should think you're the only girl in this arena with a pink motorcycle, is that right?
I think so. No, there was also a Dutch girl, a German girl. He had also 1200, but it's another pink color.
Why pink?
It's my lovely color.
Very feminine it is too. How far have you travelled to be here today?
About 700 kilometers.
And what do you think to the British weather?
Now we are on vacation here, and the weather is good now. We have not so much rain.
And the people in the club are very friendly.
Yes, it's yeah, we are enjoying ourselves. Yes, but it's my birthday today. Look there.
Should we ask a lady how old?
What do you think?
It's not for me to say.
31.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
The bike won't start. I'm in severe depression, hence extra coffees and cigarettes, but still had a good time.
So this wonderful, reliable machine won't go?
That's correct.
Why?
Lack of maintenance. More time spent making it look snazzy than actually getting the engine running right.
So you have to swap it for one of those horrible Harley Davidsons, yes?
No, I think I'd rather push it, to be honest.
Lloyd, I think you're in the best position, sat astride the bike. That's the position that I suppose you're most likely to be in most of the time.
Yeah, well, as you can see, it's one of these bikes where once you're on them, you don't want to get off them. It's like the Rolls Royce of motorcycles. And yeah, it's me pride and joy in my life, and yeah, I love it, and we're on it at any opportunity.
And one of the first things that strikes me is, where do you start when it comes to cleaning?
Where do I start? At the front, basically, and work my way to the back, and it takes me about 2 full days to clean it thoroughly.
Now, you said you, but I reckon you might have 1 or 2 helpers on the side.
No, I wouldn't let anybody touch it, I'll be honest, not even the wife. For one thing, she hasn't got the patience, and for another, she just isn't finicky enough for me.
So she gets the housework and you get the bike
she
work?
sticks to the house and I stick to the bikes, yes.
If I was to put you on the spot and say, what is so special about a goldwing, what would you say?
What would I say? Basically, the bikes are just so comfortable, they're so reliable, they're so smooth. It's a bike you can get on and do unlimited mileage. You get off it as if you've just got on it, where every other bike I've had was super bikes. After 100 miles, you're just totally done in, backache, armache. That you can sit on this, you could go from morning till dusk, and you're just as fresh as when you first got on it. And it's just a pleasure to ride the things.
The tick over of a goldwing must be music to your ears, I would have thought, sir.
Oh yes, very much so.
How far do you get to sort of travel on the bike?
Furthest we've been is Italy. We headed for the Black Forest in Germany, found the weather was not to our suiting, so we just kept on going till we found the sun and went down to Italy.
A lot of people say that the bikes only come out on odd occasions. Do you use your bike daily? Or?
I don't lay it up in the winter as a lot of people infer we do. I use it whenever the weather's reasonable. I won't go out in ice and fog intentionally, but otherwise I go whenever I feel like it.
Behind every good biker is his breakfast. But what does a biker have for breakfast?
Bacon sandwiches.
There you have it. And the lady over here, with a bit of luck, if we crouch down and catch the sizzling of the bacon, how come you get to do the breakfast?
I don't know, because it's always my job, I suppose.
What's your opinion, though, of this man of yours spending all this time on the bike?
Well, it keeps him out of mischief. He's not going out drinking, he enjoys it, and we enjoy it, so it's all right.
He's a good, clean living boy.
Yes, definitely.
What part of Wales are you from?
I'm from Llanelli. You can't say that.
Llanelli.
Well, close. That's close. Yeah. The crowd of us, we're all from that area. You know, Llanelli, Swansea. There's some others here from further west, further east, from Cardiff and Newport. You know, there's quite a crowd of us. Yeah. Very proud of our flag, though. You like it?
I do indeed. It looks great.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Well, as all the Yanks say, have a nice day. It's all come together quite nicely, don't you think?
It's come together very nicely this moment in time. Not too many problems, and we hope that everybody is really going to enjoy themselves this weekend.
From a personal point of view, it must be a bit of a weight off your mind as you see bikes coming through the gates and people enjoying themselves.
Well, we've had nearly 650 bikes through, and it's really made our weekend that we've got this number of bikes here. It's very good.
How many countries do you think are actually represented here off the top of your head?
I think we've got about 6 countries represented at the moment. We hope we're going to get some more today.
Most of these, I take it, are from Europe?
Most from Europe, yeah. Yeah, with no Americans here this time.
What sort of countries in Europe are they from? Probably what's the furthest?
Sweden's probably the furthest so far. And we've got them from Germany, some from France, and I think there's an Italian here as well.
I'm just looking around the county showground. Have you actually been here before?
We've been coming here now for the last 6 months, doing site visits more or less every weekend. Somebody's been here to do something towards the organising of the treffen.
Geographically, it's well placed though, isn't it?
Middle of the country, yeah. This is what pleases most people. Everybody's got an equal distance to travel, and it's fine for us as well.
And silly question, you'll do it all again pretty soon, I dare say.
Maybe after a week's rest, yeah.
Thanks. Obviously, the man at the hub of the operation, am I right to say that?
I would say the hub of the goldwing club, but being a chairman, I'm an expert at delegating, if you know what I mean. And we form a committee to organise these events, the treffen event. And on the committee, there's the treffen coordinator. And it is his responsibility for the treffen.
Would I be right to say that it is a team effort?
Oh, it's definitely a team effort. It's a terrific team effort, and the number of people involved in it is quite fantastic. So it's a multitude of teams. You know, there's over 100 people working this weekend.
How did you get into this sort of thing with Goldwings? What was the attraction?
I've always been a motorcyclist. I'm now 52, and I've had a motorcycle since I was 16. I lost some of the interest in motorcycling and started going Jaguar and Daimler mad. And one day I was sitting in a Jaguar car, and the new Honda 750, when it first came out, pulled up alongside me, and there's 4 exhaust pipes sticking out the back, and my appetite became whetted, and I started going back onto motorcycles. And a little while after that, all of a sudden I saw a CBX. That's got 6 exhaust pipes floating out the back, and that really got me going. And I went to test ride at a centre of CBX, and alongside it was a goldwing. I thought, well, I'll try the goldwing, and I just fell in love with it. So I bought my first goldwing. And I was stopped by a member and said, you joined the goldwing club, and heard all about it. It had been going about 6 months at that time. So I joined as a passive member, if you like. From a passive member, I went up to become what we term as an area rep. 4 years sort of representing the London area for Goldwings, and I was elected and asked to stand as chairman, and I'm now in my 5th year as chairman of the Goldwing Club. And since joining the Goldwing Club, in all honesty, I've enjoyed from when I was 40 turned, and I joined the Goldwing Club, and I've enjoyed motorcycling life more than I ever had before.
As the sun comes out, I think we're all going to have a good day. Thanks for speaking to us.
We're going to have a beautiful time.
This vehicle is protected by a security system. Please move away.
Now, every biker's got a story, something that's happened along the way, whether it be good, bad, indifferent, whatever. Have you got a story to tell us?
Yeah, I lost my arm on a wing.
How did that happen?
Don't know. No witnesses.
Doesn't cause you any problems?
Few, but I get over them.
That's what life's about, isn't it?
That's it. That's what life's about.
What's so special about this goldwing?
It's just my hobby. It's the best there is.
But why a goldwing? Why not a Harley Davidson? Or, you know, why?
I've had a Harley. You don't ride a Harley. Not the distance we ride. We stop and have a smoke break on a goldwing. On a Harley, you get your wrenches out and start tightening up.
Just the Langston Lakes donation to the treffen raffle. So I'm looking first and I'll be able to put that on his windowsill.
This is not embarrassing. This is being married after how many days, is it?
2.
2 days.
Yeah, this is the third
Just
day.
2 days. You know, what do you reckon to it so far then, Eddie?
I've had nothing.
Are we on about breakfast now, or...?
No, before breakfast.
Before breakfast? Well, have you not heard about the marriage rules? You get nothing before breakfast.
I haven't heard.
Well, they do actually say that, well, you've got to get married sometime because you can't be happy all your life. Is that right?
Yeah.
This is a...
She's had a go at it before,
this is
anyway.
my second time.
Oh, it's not, is
Had
it?
a practice.
Why have you done it again, then?
Well, thought I'd better make a decent fella out of him.
I was going to say, what's this boy got that the other one hadn't? Probably a goldwing, yeah?
That's it, yeah.
So how can... We've got to be careful what we say here because this is all on film. So how can I say you like something nice and throbbing between your legs?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, where she has to do very little, sitting on the back.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
So this is the honeymoon, am I right in saying?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
What was wrong with the Mablethorpe or Skegness or Blackpool?
Goldwings is his family. Simple as that.
Thought enjoy the
They're brilliant.
honeymoon with all our friends.
Now tell us a little bit about the wedding. I mean, you must have used the bike, surely.
Well, it
Well-
would have been the original idea. I wanted to go there on the bike, leave all the camping gear on it, run in, get married, and go. But a certain somebody in the tent there convinced her she has to have a dress and she's got to have something to eat, a meal and all that. So we didn't go on the bike. I would have, but we come down on it.
We come down on the bike.
So you're making up for it then now. So you realise now that now you're married, you've got a lot of things to look forward to, a lot more outings out with the Goldwing Owners Club. So I suppose it could be a matter of not bothering with bigger houses. You want bigger, better bikes, surely?
Yeah, we do now.
Yeah.
We do, yeah.
Want a better bike now.
We've got to save up now.
I'm going to save up and get another one now.
And then you tend to get little ones coming along, like sidecars and babies.
Well, I love sidecars, but not babies.
I'll just have the sidecar then. You don't have to put it to sleep at night, do you?
Well, we've got 2 babies anyway.
She's got 2.
From my previous marriage, so...
Oh, well, there you are then. So it's a ready-made family,
It is.
complete with Goldwing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Are you the lady that he's
No.
divorced? Ah!
Oh, no.
So we begin to piece together this thing now. So you're just divorced, but you've not wasted any time.
Well, I'm working on that one.
You're working on that. So you're looking so damn happy because he's got divorced, yeah?
I'm happy for him.
You're happy for... Well, they say there's nothing like getting the family to join in and try and clean the bike. So your dad's cleared off and left you to do all this, has he?
Yeah.
Well, do you enjoy doing it? I mean, it looks hard work.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Oh, so where's Dad cleared off to then?
Buy some more chrome
More chrome? Where's he going to put that?
on the bike.
Well, any specific place for it? I mean,
I don't know.
there's not a lot of room left to put any more chrome, is there? How many records can you get in the panniers then?
Well, if you have a trailer as well, like that one there, look, I mean, you can get quite a few in.
Well, that's it then, but you've not really brought all your stuff down in that Goldwing now, have you?
No, I haven't. I brought my stuff down in a rusty old van that they've already got on the camera somewhere. I came up from Brighton and arrived here about 2:30 on early hours Friday morning.
What's the attraction then about this Goldwing? I mean, we shouldn't really be talking music, we should
No,
be
that's
talking
true.
the bike. So, why the Goldwing?
I don't know really. I suppose the best thing about a Goldwing is the fact that you can do a lot of miles at a reasonable speed, in comfort, and also, of course, not forgetting the club and the friendship within the club. I mean, I bought a goldwing first off in 1988, and I'm on my third one now. And really, it's just a friendship with the club and the people you meet from basically all over Europe. I mean, this time next week I'll be in Luxembourg at the Luxembourg treffen.
How do you find time for all these sort of things?
With great difficulty, but being self-employed, you just try and work your job around the time to get away at the weekend.
When can you actually stop? And I've seen so many bikes with the bolt-on chrome, and I've just been talking to another couple who have sent their dad off for another bit of chrome to bolt on. When do you stop?
When the money runs out of your pocket, basically.
Long souls to leven, long souls to leven, long souls to leven in the gloria, in the gloria, in the gloria. Beep, beep, beep. Oh! Beep, beep, beep. Oh!
What do you think to the English weather then, firstly?
Beautiful.
Well, it's
We've
not...
been here about a week in Scotland and we had sun every day.
Well, don't tell anybody else, because it won't happen again, you realise that.
Well, most of it's done really for the wingers. I mean, a lot of the wingers will say there's a lot of profit in the chrome, but there really isn't much profit at all. We go to most of the meetings, and we just provide all the chrome goodies and all the lights for all the wingers, you know, just to make the bikes look a lot better.
It really is limitless, the amount of chrome you can put on. Does it become an obsession with some of them, though?
Some of them it does, yes. Some of them, they spend a fortune on it.
Now, we've been wandering around trying to find the bike with the most lights on. In your experience, I think we found one with 104 on, would you believe?
That'd be Lloyd's.
That's the one.
Everybody knows Lloyd's bike.
Ladies, it must be quite encouraging for you to be working for a charity like this and knowing that people like the Honda Goldwing Owners Club are doing things specifically for you.
It's tremendous, absolutely tremendous. They give us all sorts of support, actually.
It's so difficult to get support from the public, but when a club sort of takes you under the wing, if you'll excuse the pun, and they can actually do so many things for you, at the end of the day, it is money that makes wishes come true to a degree, is it not?
Yes, do you want to say?
It's the supportive organisations like the Goldwing Members Club that really enables us to carry on and do the work that we do. And I think, moreover, not just the fundraising exercises that they're involved in, but also the actual support we get from volunteers on the ground. It's invaluable, and we couldn't really carry on without it, could we, Carol?
No, because in fact we have a lot of Goldwing members now that are actually on our wish granting committee, and they actually go out and visit the kids, visit the sick kids. So we get support all round. They enhance a wish for us. We've got here one little lad from Norfolk. Recently was very, very poorly, and he's recently died. Had an oxygen cylinder. They took him out for a ride in the sidecar. So there's all sorts of support that Goldwing give us. It's not just financial. It's enhancing the wish. It's actually going out to see the sick kids. It's tremendous. It's a total spin-off from them.
Amounts don't always matter, but I know you've got a cheque arriving tonight. It was suggested it's £8,000 plus. That is a huge amount of money.
It certainly is. It's incredible. Yes.
Things are very tight now in the sort of charity world, and so to have that amount of support is invaluable. I mean, we really couldn't continue what we do without sort of excellent support like this. I mean, we can't put a value on it. We're lucky that with the sort of structure of the Goldwing organisation, we can really network out, because that makes our work so much easier to effect, really. So, you know, thank you to all your members.
What happened to the flake?
Couldn't afford a flake.
Oh, times are hard. Must be the recession.
It is, actually.
But there's one thing that I've found, that people seem to be spending money on these wonderful bikes of yours.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? There's about 450 of them here. It's brilliant. It's great to see them all around the town as well, and all the countryside.